How to make sure you continue to get results, especially right now in 2020 at home. So the number one thing affecting your results, whether it be workouts or your nutrition, is gonna be consistency. Consistency is the number one factor affecting results. It doesn't matter how good of a program you're following, if you're not consistent with it, you will not get the results. Consistency starts to break down, and I know you might want to say it's motivation or discipline, but no, I don't think that's correct. It comes from good goal setting. Motivation and discipline are more of a byproduct of good systems and high quality goal setting. So what I mean by that is setting goals that are realistic with a concrete timetable. Because a goal without a date is really just a dream, and statistically you're more likely not going to achieve that goal. Let's make sure we set realistic goals, but then within that timetable, breaking it down. So say you have a 3-month goal, literally on a piece of paper, writing down monthly, I will, and write down the things you're going to do that will set you up to achieve that goal. And break it down further. In order to get those monthly goals, weekly, I will, blank, blank, blank. And then writing it down even further, daily, I will, blank, blank, blank. So what this breaks down to is this is our habits. Our habits are going to dictate our outcomes. In Atomic Habits, James Clear says, goals are good for setting direction, but systems are best for making progress. So our systems are actually our habits. And really trying to progress those habits is what is the most important thing, especially when it comes to nutrition. That your habits, how you are eating is something you theoretically could sustain for a very long time. Because our goal is going to be longevity in this. So I don't care how strict you can eat for 1 week, when you fall apart and you binge, because you're going to go back to square one or worse, you're going to kind of relapse a little bit past that. So our goal is going to be to have systems in place, have those habits you can hit every day. We're going to make sure we are focusing on good habits. So we're going to, I like to call it pull goals rather than push. I don't care so much about stopping bad habits. To me, that's a push goal. You're trying to push something away. I want to focus on pull goals. We should be focusing on things we want to do more of. So let's say our goal is to lose weight. Let's make sure that we are finding vegetables we like, that we can eat with each meal. Let's make sure that we're doing some things that keep us more active. Let's try to do things that make us a little bit happier. So you're focusing on pulling things in rather than pushing things away. Because psychologically, when we try to resist, when we push things, you're gonna binge. I know everyone likes to think they're an exception to the norm, but that's why it's a norm. It's because most people end up doing it. So please don't try to set push goals because you're just gonna set yourself up for failure. Number 2, at the habit setting, is make sure it's something we can hit 9 times out of 10. You want to make the habit as easy as possible for you so you don't have to fight against anything. So a good example of this is me asking you, could you drink a glass of water with each meal that you're eating? I think almost everybody would say, 9 out of 10 people would say yes, they could drink a glass of water with each meal they're eating. That'd be pretty easy to achieve. So you want the habit to be something you can easily achieve. We want to build up as many wins as possible. We want to try to create momentum with small wins every single day. So making sure that we start with the easiest habit we can and nailing it every day and build up those small wins, because that's where momentum, that's where our motivation and our discipline are gonna come from. It's gonna come from setting realistic expectations on the daily that we can do. Control your controllables. Don't focus on the things that you don't have control of. So to recap, our number one priority should be to create consistency. And we're gonna do that by setting realistic goals in a concrete timetable and then breaking those goals down further into the habits that will achieve them, but habits that we can do 9 times out of 10 that are going to be extremely easy to do, but continually do them day after day. Get as many small wins as we can so we can create as much momentum as possible to get you towards your goal and to absolutely crush it.